All right, guys. 3, 2, 1, action. Here we are on the second niche. And I'd like to welcome everybody for stopping by. And I'd like to thank everybody for subscribing, those that have subscribed. And I'd like to give a big shout out to all the viewers and people that have subscribed to this channel. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. Wonderful Monday, everyone. Wonderful Monday. Welcome to Monday. So hopefully everyone's had a great Monday. Had a great weekend. Wherever you are in the world, hope you are safe and healthy. So here we go. All right, let's get into this, right? What are we doing here? So we're doing our double niche right here. So we're doing our metal edge detail, and then we're setting our inner niche ceiling, wall, and bottom niche pieces. Okay. Well, let me get over closer to the niche. All right. I tried to put the camera at an angle to where you can see the niche real good, and hopefully I'm not blocking it. I don't think I'm blocking it, so hopefully everything's good. So here we go. So I have some painter's tape up here that I took notes on. Okay, so it's got all my little notes on here from when I was measuring out these pieces. All right, I've even written on the tile here to take notes. So you can do that. Take a Sharpie, write on it. It'll wash right off. No problem. It'll come right off. So I'd like to point out some tools that I'm going to use on this. So here's 1/8 inch tile spacers. They're actual wedges. So we'll use those if we need to for fine tuning of our pieces. Okay. And then I'm going to use for the bottom pieces, I'm going to use these leftover spacers. So these were leftover spacers from the wall detail. So these are just pulled out leftover spacers, and I use them for a build-up detail on the bottom of the niche to give us slope. So that's my secret on that. Okay, that's how I do that. And then if you need, well, I highly recommend is painter's tape when you take this stuff off, and after you set it, you might need to put some painter's tape to help keep it in place as it's drying. Water does evaporate from the thin set and it pulls, and it likes to augment what you have set in here. So painter's tape, and then a straight edged instrument for checking all your metal angle details to make sure everything is flush. Even the front metal detail here, and you notice this it's in a little bit. So checking all the metal detail. Okay, so a straight edge instrument is needed. A taping knife or a margin trowel, which I don't have right now. It'll come up with the bucket of mud that John's mixing right now. So you can use this as an aid to help pull your tile out. So this can be your grabber. Okay. So use it as a tool to grab your tile pieces out. Okay. And then you got to be careful on this one, so the wall pieces will fall. When you release pressure on the top, it was holding the two sides from falling down. And then you notice how I have them conveniently labeled. Back right, top of bottom niche, top of bottom niche. Have it conveniently labeled on the back just in case, I don't know, redundancy. Okay. And you always want to start with the top pieces of tile first. Okay. And in this case, I'm going to start with the metal edge detail. Okay. Isn't that funny how that piece didn't want to come out of there? Okay. Okay. So we have all of our tile pieces out. Now it's time to remove our metal detail. And our cross members, I have Sharpie markered horizontal bottom and horizontal top, so I won't get confused on that. Okay, and then you can conveniently just tape those out of the way. I'm going to go up high with these. So horizontal top, I'll put this one up high. And then horizontal bottom. Okay. I'll put those way up high out of the way. It's probably out of the camera frame. I'm getting those pieces out of the way. Now we just have our frame. Okay. So I'll take the left piece out first. So I'll remove the inner pieces of tape and discard appropriately on the floor. Okay. All right, now that frees up the left metal detail, and then you notice when I take this piece out, how I had to cut this metal edge detail with a grinder to be able to fit on the middle shelf niche. So I had to grind that down almost flush with the grout joint right here. Okay, so we had to do that on both sides. All right, so I'll take that to the left out of the way. Okay, we'll take our right piece and do the same thing. Remove the tape on the inside here. Try not to damage the material in the niche. Okay, we'll take that out. Okay, now we'll just tape that to the right. And then again, we are using Schluter Quadec with the Schluter corner detail. All right. So we will have to thin set these corners onto our metal edge. Okay. So this is our top detail. Take that out of the way up there. Same thing with the bottom. Okay. Let's remove the bottom detail and do the same thing. Just tape it below out of the way. Okay. Now you have all your pieces deconstructed, ready for construction. All right. Welcome, John Cano.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the Ronin Master Properties Tile Show.
Smiling Tyler.
The Smiling Tyler, yes. They can't see me, but and they can't see you either. But that's okay. We are smiling. All right. Boys and girls. Are we ready to do this now? We have deconstructed. So now we are ready to tile. So make sure that all the debris, there is no debris on these. All loose thin set has been knocked off, and that looks pretty good. Looks really good, actually. Okay, so just like we did in a previous video where we set metal edge, we're gonna repeat the process and do it again. So let me have thin set. And so here we go. Okay. Metal edge detail. So in the previous video, I'm sorry I didn't show this very well. So these edges come out. Okay, they just slide out. And you can slide them in wrong, if that makes sense. What I mean by wrong is this has a rounded profile. Match that rounded profile. So you pull that out, and it's as simple as putting some thin set in there. Okay. And then shove your piece back in, and then work that piece in, make sure it's seated. Okay. And you're going to take your other end, pull it out, thin set it, push it back in. Okay. And you hear the sand and gravel getting squished in there. Okay. And then clean off the extra thin set there with your fingers, and have your favorite pair of track pants on to wipe them onto. Yeah. Okay, so those pieces are locked in there now. So now we'll start buttering our bottom here. Okay. So get you some butter in there. Spread it out.
Oops.
Uh-oh. Okay. Go ahead and be generous with that thin set. Okay. Get you some thin set in there. Okay. Get your piece set in there. So remember, guys, built tight is built right.
My dollar shop glasses shop craps.
Uh-oh. Your dollar glasses shot crap.
Barbershop.
Dollar shop. Well, it's a good thing they're only $1.
Yes, that's true.
So, fantastic. All right, guys. So I'll get you some mud and then lock it in there on both them corners pretty good. All right. Okay. Feels pretty flush. We'll flush it up with the other pieces. Okay, so let's go with our top one now. Same thing. Pull your corner detail out. Pack the end with thin set. And then slide your piece in and make sure it's seated real good. Bury it in there. Yeah. Okay. Same thing with the other one. Pay attention to details, guys. Make sure you're doing this right. Lock those pieces in. Wiggle it around. Clean it off. Okay. Okay, now those pieces are locked in. Notice they won't fall out now. Get you some thin set. Do the upper part of your niche. Okay. Spread your butter out. All right. Cool. Now, set it in place. Okay. Remember, built tight is built right. Okay. How do I want to do that? Tap it. Yep. Okay. Sometimes you have to be creative. That thin set pushed those ends out and made it tighter. All right. Now, you want to make sure that top's embedded, and it's embedded. Looks really good. Okay. Do your little thin set on each end. Okay. That locks that in there. All right. Now, we're ready for our side pieces. Get you some thin set. Spread it out. Okay. You can do either the right or the left in any particular order on the sides. It doesn't matter. So I'd like to give a shout out to our new subscribers while we're doing this. Appreciate it. We're almost up to 90. Oh my gosh, this is exciting, everyone. It's only taken us, like 4 months to get to 90 from like 77 users. So that's a great accomplishment. Don't you all agree? I'm being funny, but we thank you. So our goal is to hit 100 subscribers by August. Hopefully we can do that.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. Yes, share. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and get this left piece on here. So this is probably going to be tight, guys, which is fine. Tight is built right. Maybe too tight. Yeah. Don't you love it in real time here too? Goodness. Almost too tight. So that thin set. Squish our ends out. Okay. Whoa, we are tight. Real time. It must be humidity or something. Ooh. Let's do that. Let's do that, right?
Mess up your hand.
Yeah.
Use your wooden.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep, yep, yep.
That should never come out.
No, that won't come out. Built tight is built right. Oh yeah, look at that.
Embedded like a fossil.
Embedded like a fossil. Yes.
Your bottom right hand area, you'll get to it in a minute.
Over here,
Yeah.
it's out proud a little bit. Yeah.
The aluminum part.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what our
Spread from this angle.
that's what our straight edge details for later on. So, yep. See that? See how I just pushed it in? Perfect. Push on it. Perfect. But yeah, we'll fix it once we get this last end in over here. Okay. All right. I like that. I like that. It's almost like this might be just... There we go. So that is a little tight, guys. Almost too tight, but built tight is built right. All right. Get some thin set on the right hand side. Yep, you guys get to see this in real time. Not scripted. That's what's cool about this. If you're not willing to show your faults, you can never show how great you are either. Because you learn by your faults. Did I say that right? That makes sense?
Learn by your mistakes.
Learn by your mistakes. Mm-hmm.
That's what makes you better.
Yes. All right. Probably don't even need to take that down, huh? Okay, let's see how tight we are on this one, boys and girls. All looky there. Okay. Where's my butt? You hear that seat in there pretty good? You heard it right there. You hear it, the tone?
Aluminum sound of
Yeah, it bottomed out.
like wedging.
Mm-hmm. Okay, still out. Just a touch. There we go. You can feel it. Kick that one out. Okay. Embed that in to your thin set. Okay. Right. Phantasmo. All right. Well, there's our checker. Oh yeah. You see that, guys? That looks great. See that? Right there. You see that? Okay. Oop, see that? How I pushed it in? Okay. Okay, so that's that. Now, continuing on, let's do our, which one's this one? Horizontal top.
Did you butter in your aluminum?
Yeah, let me butter that in. Let's do that. All the edges there. So we'll do a little butter right there. Give you some peace of mind. We'll do a little butter right here. Give you some peace of mind. Even though those pieces aren't going anywhere.
Safe and secure.
Oh yeah. Okay. Little on the top there. Little on the corner right there. Okay. Go on the bottom up. Okay. Go on the bottom up. All right. And then a little bit on that edge right there. Okie dokie. We got the top already. Now we're ready for the horizontal top. Mix that mud. It's you were a
Fermenting.
little dry, yeah. All right, boys and girls. Let's set our horizontal top detail here. Okay. This is tight, but tight is built right. Yeah. Now be careful when you set this to not scratch your aluminum. It's easy to scratch. Can be easy to scratch. Okay, and then we'll take this and there we go. Make it flush to the outside part. Take your margin trowel, embed it solidly in your shelf. Okay. Make sure that dudette or dude is locked in there. And then I'm using my finger to do a bead of thin set underneath right in there. So, you see that, guys? So, if I do that detail, let me stand up a little bit. I can't see it from down there, but yes, that is perfect. I see it now. All right, so that's that piece. Let's go ahead and let's set some tile in that top niche. Okay. John's buttering top piece of tile. All right. And then I will set the other metal. They call us the Midnight Tilers.
Did you hit it with your trowel or just?
Yeah, oh yeah. You betcha. Yep. Yes, yes, yes.
I went my goggles.
Uh-oh. Drop something?
My one-sided.
All right.
Is that what you're looking for there?
That's what I'm looking for, so hold on, hold that thought. All right, guys. Horizontal bottom. Okay. So, again, be careful. Don't scratch. See, I'm putting pressure on one side of the niche over here to help this in there. Okay. Okay, now I'm pushing up, embedding that in my thin set. Now, take your straight instrument and make sure you're not too far in. Very important. Which I am in this case. Like by a 16th. You see that, guys? Just pulled that out. Now I'm perfect. I'm sure I'll have to correct that here later on. So we'll get some thin set again on there. Lock that in there. Okay. This one is really critical, so you're in plane with your top one. It's a critical one. All right. Okay. Well, let me have your piece. Here's a left. All right, guys. So now, top, west niche. This is the west wall. Top of niche. Okay. So set that in at an angle. All right. Push that up there. Wiggle a little bit. And trust me, that is not coming down. So, all right. So make sure on this piece, I'm going to make sure the thin set is locking that bottom piece in right there. Okay, just be creative with your thin set here. Locking these in here. Okay. And then make sure to knock all your boogers off here. So when you go to set that middle piece of tile, you won't have a bump out right there. Okay. And again, see how that moved. I'll tape that later to make sure that is square to the plane. Okay, looking good. All right. Okay. Top right. Top left, guys. Okay. You see the butter job? All right. All right, at an angle. Set that in. Okay, squish it in there. Yeah. That's got a great grout detail. Okay, you can use your tile spacers. So you won't have any settling. Okay, looks phantasmo right there. Okay, top right, set that in there. Make sure you're flush with your metal edge detail. Okay. Have an even grout line. Nice grout line in the back there. That'll work. Put your wedges in there. Now, remember my trick for the shelves. So we have one spacer for the front. I'm trying to get up here without blocking everything. So you set one in the front, one in the front on this side. Okay, and then we do 3 in the back on this one. And then remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3 on each side. So see how I'm alternating? Because these pieces have a little rib right there. So I'm alternating it. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So again, let me get up here. Set those in the back. Okay. And then I got a couple cameras going here and I'm trying not to block the cameras. So 1, 2, 3. Do that over here on this side. Okay. And then Sean's got that piece loaded up with butter. I'm gonna put me a chunk of butter right in the center there. All right. I'll put me a chunk of butter right over here towards the front. And then I'll put another chunk of butter towards the front on the right side here. And then that'll help to lock in that metal edge when I go to set that tile piece in there. All right. And if it's too much butter, it's okay, it'll squish out. All right, let's go ahead and have our piece. All right. Bottom of top niche. Set that in there. Okay, and then put it in at an angle. Work that piece in there, and you see how I move my bottom? It's okay. Fix it later. Okay. And then this butter is setting up on us. So, see how I put a little too much in there. So, see that, guys? Gotta use your tool. Peel that out. All right. A little too much. So scrape some of that out. All right. And then fix your spacers. Alrighty. Okay. We'll set that back in there. There we go. That's what happens when you put a little bit too much thin set in there and then it's setting up. It's hard to squish out. It's not so thin set. So,
Thick set.
yeah. Okay. That has good fall. Too much fall? Whew. Can you see it from there? It's flush with the metal.
Oh, that's fine.
Good with that fall? Okay. Yeah. All right, boys and girls. Clean out that thin set in that corner there. What is it?
Smushed them.
Oh, did you smoosh them, your dollar glasses? Uh-oh.
It did me
What is it?
best dollar I ever spent.
Right. Okay. Get your straight edge again. Double check your metal. So, push on it. Everything looks good. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's right. It just doesn't look right, but I mean, it's right on. Okay.
Maybe it looks good from here.
Yeah.
Wooden handle.
Yeah, looks good. Okay, so that's that one, boys and girls. Let's do the top. Okay. So I'm going to double check that. So that top piece is in too far. There we go. Take it out. There we go. Yeah, that's better. That's pliable. All right. Okay. Put some butter on your metal. Make sure it's locked in place. All right. I like that. Okay. Here is our top of bottom niche. Okay, set that in at an angle. And make sure that you are, yeah, Yep, even with the top of the metal here. Okay. All right. Okay. Work your piece in place. And then that won't go anywhere. Looking good on that one. Okay.
Corners.
Yeah, you're good. Okay. All right. Back right. Right. Okay, put it in at an angle. Move it around. Make sure you're flush with your metal. Metal, yeah. Rock on. So righteous, dudes and dudettes. All right. Focus, getting carried away. Gotta have fun with this stuff. We are feeding you the ammo you need to succeed on your own. If you think you can't do this, well, stop thinking like that. Stop being focused on the negative and think that you can do this. So, focus on the positive, guys. You can do this stuff. You just need to watch somebody do this and just follow along. Play the tape back a couple times. You can do it. You can get it. Okay? I mean, honestly, that's how I learn, by watching others and learning and doing it. Just do it. Don't be scared. That's the main thing. Don't be scared, I guess. Heck, look at me. I'm doing this in front of 89 people. And I'm getting critiqued by every one of those 89 individuals, I'm sure. It's okay. Right or wrong, I'm doing it. And I do welcome feedback and critique. That's what helps you grow. Feedback from others. Look at that, boys and girls. Everything's looking great. So, it's turning out to be really, really good. All right. And if you have a sponge nearby, you can sponge off that excess thin set. So just keep that in mind. And then that stuff will come right off later on anyway. All right. Okay. Bottom left. Bottom left. Okay, put that in at an angle. Embed that piece in there. Okay. A line for your grout lines. Okay. And then I'll give you a little secret, guys. So we had leftover tile from these, leftover slivers, and we used our smaller slivers on this side because on that side of the room, when you're looking into the shower, you can't see these pieces. So this is John's shower, and he was okay with that. So instead of opening up another box, because we were literally down to like one last box, instead of opening up another box and busting into another box, we just used slivers. So he was totally fine with that. And it's, as you can see, it's not that bad. We just have a generous grout line in the back here, but it's not that bad. So, and it's totally acceptable, you know. If it's yours, it's totally acceptable. If it's somebody else's, we'd be cracking that box open. But it's okay. Totally acceptable. Looks great. You know, there's no Bible that says, "Oh my God, you have to put it symmetrical in there." No, that's not gospel. No, you don't. It's all art. So, okay. We're doing our last piece, our back piece. So let's do our build up. Do our build up again. So we're gonna alternate these pieces. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. And then over here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Cool. Okay. One in the front right there. And then one in the front right here. Okay. And then were you generous on your butter on this one? Yeah. Yeah, let's go ahead and be a little bit more generous with our butter on that one.
Okay. Put it where you want it.
Put it where I want it. All right. So. All right, guys. So I'm generous on my butter on this one.
On the back for your fall.
Yeah, for your fall. So when I squish that in there, yeah, should be good. When I squish that in there, we'll have contact all the way at the bottom there of your see that? Oh yeah. Look at that. Perfect. Okay, embed that in there. Look at that. That is so beautiful. And just think, you guys can do this too. See that? Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Okay. Check it out. What do we got? Oh my gosh, look at that, guys. See that? How that bubble's buried in the back? That means we have fall. See that? On both sides. Cool.
Check the top.
Oh yeah, it's got horrendous fall. It's a little bit more slope than the bottom, but not that much more, but a little bit more. Beautimus. All right, guys, so now, here's the things that I'm concerned about. I want to make sure that this, yep, that's set, that's set. So when we're not going to set this middle piece until tomorrow. We're going to let this ledge dry. But we are at 2 1/8 and 2 1/8. Look at that. So it's the same. Wow. See that? Somebody did something right.
Are you done with me?
I am.
I will wash it.
Okay. See that, boys and girls? So that's the perfect space in between both of these metal edge details. So I'm gonna let that thin set up like that right there, and then I can scrape it away with a utility knife or whatever tomorrow, and then butter my last piece in there so it'll be flush with all the other tile and metal edge detail around this niche. Another fine job. So again, just do it, you know, don't be scared to do it. You can do this too. So if I can do it, you can do it. I'm just a keyboard guy, okay? I know my buddy Chad, if he's watching. Chad, you guys know Chad, so reference some of our other videos. So Chad demonstrates a multi-tool, he demonstrates a tape measure, he demonstrates all kinds of different tools and construction procedures. So, as Chad would say, I'm just a keyboard guy, and he's just a cabinet guy, but we do this stuff, right? And we make it happen. We work outside of our comfort zone. And that's how we grow. All right, so the products that I used in this build was Mape, large format tile, thin set, modified thin set. You see it was white in color, white based. So Mape, modified thin set. Okay. All right. So wiping away and I'm being very careful with this aluminum. I'm just wiping away the extra thin set on the build up here. And then I can pick that out later on with my utility knife. So, all right. Sorry for the noise there, guys. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, this turned out great. So, just a little tip for y'all. The way I measured the bottoms is I measured the span of this shelf and I cut it like a 1/16 less than the span of this shelf. Same thing for down here. I cut it like a 1/16, actually 2/16 less than the span of this shelf so I can have a grout line right here. And then the beauty of doing it the way that we build it. And I want to give a shout out to Landberg Tile. That dude's awesome. So I noticed that he builds his niches like this sometimes too. So always start with the top, the two sides, all the way down, and then just cut your bottom plate to the width of your niche, and then you can tilt it. And then you don't have to shape these side pieces for your slope. All right. So if you guys get a chance to check out that guy, he's pretty awesome. Landberg Tile. Guy's an amazing tiler. My hat's off to you, brother. Yeah. All right. So I hope everyone's had a great Monday night. And for those that have tuned in, we really appreciate you checking out the channel. And for those that haven't done so already and are considering it, please consider subscribing. Ring that bell for future notifications and give us a thumbs up, please. We really appreciate it. All right, so cha-ching, cha-ching. That's how you do that right there. So let me get some water here. I'm struggling to lift my bucket of water. Good angle? Yeah, cool. All right. So again, I'm trying to wipe off this extra thin set back here. Whoa, you notice how my tile's wiggling still? So it's not set yet. Haha. That's what they make these things for. Okay. All right, got my spacers in there. Cool. So you see how I was able to erase that bottom of niche, that Sharpie? Water. Comes right off. See that, guys? It's been on there for a while. Comes right off. So that's how you erase that. And then for some of those stubborn pieces of tile, it's really hard to do that too. You can take Clorox wipes. Those work pretty good also. Clorox wipes. So, all right. And then I got smart and I started writing on my painter's tape. But I just wanted to show you guys that, you know, you can clean this tile up pretty easy by writing on it. I have a habit of writing on it. All right, see that? Magic eraser. In case your kids go to town on your tile shower with a Sharpie, there you go. Magic eraser. All right. I'm happy with that. Hope you guys are too. Okay. Well, until next time, everyone. We hope you enjoyed this episode of what Ronin Master Properties has to bring you. I don't know why I chose that name. It's just the Ronin. You know, they're the wandering samurai. They're the best of the best. The Ronin. They're the best at their craft. Okay. Looks great. Looks great. I can't see that, but yeah, it's fine. Okay, I see it now. Thumbs up. All right, everyone, peace. Thanks for tuning in tonight. So we really appreciate you all. Until next time, do what you love to do and do it well. All right?